Sorry to bring this up now, but Nagisa and I have different views, so I've decided to go independent. Some of the other staff want to come with me too. This can't be.
Don't worry, I'll cook.
Huh? Keiichi?
My name is Keiichi Sato. I work in the kitchen at Restaurant Days, though I'm really just a dishwasher.
Today, we're having a visit from the food critic, Mr. Babazono. Everyone, just keep doing what you always do. Great food and great service.
Yes, of course.
Nagisa, you seem extra motivated today.
This is a great chance to introduce more people to our restaurant's concept, enjoying the flavors of organic vegetables.
As Nagisa Yanagawa, the owner, spoke seriously, her co-owner, Izumi Kuwata, suddenly spoke up.
Sorry to say this now, but Nagisa and I have different visions, so I've decided to go independent. The other staff members want to come with me too. What? You're telling me this now?
Hold on a second. Leaving like this, with so many people, on such an important day? Don't you think that's a bit selfish?
I've been planning this for a long time.
I'll be working as the head chef at Izumi's new restaurant.
What? Nobody told me that.
So, the only ones staying here are owner Nagisa, Yui from the floor staff, and Keiichi, the dishwasher.
This can't be. I've always said I wanted to take a high-end approach. But Nagisa is set on organic ingredients, and if we can't see eye to eye, going separate ways is the only option. The staff who agree with me are coming along. I see. If you're determined to follow your own path, then I suppose it can't be helped.
Nagisa. And so, Izumi and a number of the staff left to start their own restaurant.
Well, I've accepted everyone's resignation letters, but...
So, it's really just us now, huh?
Yui and I can handle the front, but the real problem is the kitchen. A restaurant without a chef is...
Don't worry, I'll cook.
Huh? Keiichi?
Oh wait, you can cook?
Actually, before I started working here, I was a chef at Tokide restaurant.
Tokide? That's a famous 3-star restaurant.
I did see your resume, so I know about your background, but...
I started as a dishwasher with the promise that I'd eventually work as a chef, but I could never give up cooking. So I've been experimenting with ways to bring out the best in vegetables. If you don't mind, could you take a look at this?
These cover everything, from staple veggies to seasonal ones, even rare varieties. When did you put all this together?
Whoa, the photos look amazing. Everything looks delicious.
Today's menu is a chef's choice full-course meal, right? I checked our ingredients earlier, and I was thinking of starting with a salad of autumn vegetables and a pottage soup. Then, for the main dish, a grilled chicken and vegetable plate. What do you think?
Yes, I think this menu will work perfectly.
Keiichi, that's amazing.
Keiichi, can I trust you to handle the kitchen?
Yes, leave it to me. As opening time arrived, food critic Babazono stepped into the restaurant.
Mr. Babazono is a really famous food critic, isn't he? He's younger than I expected. Kind of a trendy guy.
That's true, but his critiques are always spot on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Would you mind asking the owner and the chef to come over?
of course. Please wait just a moment.
I'm Nagisa Yanagawa, the owner. And this is our chef, Keiichi Sato.
Whoa, Keiichi! Man, it's been ages.
Yeah, it's been a while. Never thought we'd meet like this. So, you really are Babazono, huh, Ren?
Huh? Keiichi, you know Mr. Babazono?
Yeah, we were classmates in high school.
Keiichi went straight to culinary school after high school. And I started posting restaurant reviews on social media during college. A company took notice. And that's how I ended up as a food critic. I mean, knowing Keiichi's skills, it's no surprise the food here is amazing.
Wait, does that mean...
The dishes here, presentation, seasoning, serving order, even temperature control, it's all top notch. And the service from the owner and this young lady is flawless too. I'd love to feature this place in my next book. Would you be up for an interview?
Really? Absolutely.
That's amazing, Nagisa.
I couldn't have done this without Keiichi and Yui. I don't even know how to thank you two.
It's too soon for that. The real work starts now, making this restaurant famous.
You're right.
Ren, you also work as a restaurant business consultant, right?
Yeah, that's right. I help struggling restaurants with customer analysis, marketing strategies, menu development, you name it.
Business management.
Yeah, so if you're interested...
Mr. Babazono, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Huh?
Meanwhile, Izumi and the others, who left, opened a high-end restaurant called Doki Doki.
Good thing we found a new place so quickly. Toma, I'm counting on you as our head chef. I know you'll make this place a success.
Of course.
I've also reevaluated our ingredient suppliers to match the high-end concept you're aiming for. Plus, with the experience I gained at Days, I'm confident I can draw in customers with my skills. However, a few months later...
Why isn't this working? Why aren't we getting more customers? We picked a location near luxury high-rises to cater to high-end customers. Our dishes use premium ingredients and have great presentation. This should be working.
I've been putting my heart into every dish, day in and day out. Izumi, you should take a look at this review.
What? Restaurant Doki Doki uses high-quality ingredients, but the dishes fail to bring out their full potential. Honestly, for that price, the taste doesn't justify the cost. Are you kidding me?
Wealthy diners are taking notice of our place and giving it a try, but I don't think we're meeting their expectations. What? Are you saying my dishes aren't up to their standards? Yeah, and take a look at this too. If this is supposed to be fine dining, the service should be more polished and refined, especially the woman who seems to be the owner. Her attitude is sloppy and disappointing.
What? Even our service is getting trashed?
No way! Izumi, you said that opening a high-end restaurant would bring in more customers. You also promised better salaries and working conditions than at Days. I believed in that and followed you here, but are we really going to be okay?
Of course we are.
But at this rate, customers aren't going to keep coming. Honestly, some of the staff are starting to regret coming here. A few are even thinking about leaving. What the heck are we supposed to do? Seems like Days has been drawing even more customers since we left. People are really loving it.
What did you just say?
A few hours later. Just like Ryu said, it really looks like they've been drawing in more customers.
Yeah, they're packed all the time and there's even a line outside.
What in the world happened over the past few months?
Welcome, you two. Enjoy the special course I prepared for you.
The flavors of the vegetables really stand out. It's surprisingly good. The flavor and presentation are on a whole new level compared to when I was in charge.
Hey, shouldn't you be a little less impressed by the competition?
Well, I mean, it is delicious.
Nagisa, you seem awfully confident. I thought you'd be struggling with a staff shortage. You both look confused about the changes here. We lost a lot of staff, but now this guy is our head chef.
Long time no see. Wait, Keiichi? Are you the one making the dish here?
You were hired as a dishwasher. How did you end up as head chef? He's a former 3-star restaurant chef. You knew about his background, didn't you, Izumi? Well, yeah, but could he actually cook? I figured he'd been out of practice from washing dishes all this time and wouldn't be able to make anything decent.
I took this job because I wanted to cook. Even while working here, I never stopped training or developing new recipes. Not even for a moment.
To be honest, he's taken the food here to a whole new level compared to when Toma was in charge.
No way.
I had no idea he had this kind of talent.
Well, I'd say my advice had something to do with this place. Turning into a must-visit restaurant.
Sorry, but who are you?
Name's Ren Babazono. Nice to meet you.
Babazono? Wait, are you that food critic who was supposed to come that day?
Yep, that's me. First time seeing it in person. I heard from Nagisa that a bunch of staff suddenly quit that day. That was you guys, wasn't it?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That day, Ren highly praised our food. But I wanted to make this restaurant even more accessible. So I asked for his advice on running the business.
Nagisa had a clear vision. She wanted to spread the joy of organic vegetables to as many people as possible. And when I see someone with real passion, I just have to lend a hand. No way I could ignore it.
His advice was spot on, from menu development and customer targeting to improving our marketing and service. Everything was eye-opening.
I just can't help but support people who give it their all. Plus, Nagisa and Keiichi were open to my suggestions, which helped the restaurant grow fast.
I can't believe it.
Mr. Babazono, please, can you give us some advice on running our restaurant too?
Toma, what are you...
Izumi, I know you want to grow the restaurant on your own, and that's important. But look at the reviews. We can't afford to be picky right now. We worked hard to create a high-end restaurant, but it's just not working. Come on, Izumi.
If you're willing to give us advice, then please.
Well, since you're asking so nicely, just so you know, I don't hold back.
I understand. Please, help us.
And so, Izumi also began receiving Ren's business advice. We were invited to come along, but was this really a good idea?
It's fine, it's fine. I wanted to hear what you and Nagisa thought too.
We're having the course meal, but this is...
The food, the service, the atmosphere, and then... What is going on over here?
Thank you for coming today, Mr. Babazono. So, what do you think of our restaurant?
Is it really as bad as the online reviews say?
Well, let's see. First off, the seasoning is way too strong. It completely drowns out the flavor of the high-end ingredients.
What?
Mr. Ayano, I heard that back in days you were basically second in command in the kitchen. How exactly were you cooking back then? To be honest, you're not at the level to be head chef. You'd be better off hiring someone else for the role and stepping back into a supporting position.
Wait, are you saying my cooking is that bad?
Well, back when you were here, I made sure you followed the recipes exactly. Maybe this is what happens when you try adding your own flair.
Yeah, I have to agree. At this level, the high-end approach isn't going to work. No way.
And another thing, the way you and your staff handle service is pretty rough. A server's job isn't just to take orders and bring out food. You need to engage with customers, suggest dishes, refill drinks before they even have to ask. There's so much more to it. Just standing around doing nothing isn't going to cut it. And if you're running a high-end place, your service has to reflect that.
But I've been in this business for years.
And yet, it doesn't seem like you've learned much from it, does it?
Izumi, you've always given directions to others rather than handling service yourself. I used to guide you, but now you don't have anyone correcting you, do you?
Honestly, both the food and service here are way below standard. There's no way this place can succeed as a high-end restaurant.
What did you just say?
Izumi?
Why do I have to sit here and listen to outsiders tear my place apart? This is my restaurant. I have the right to run it the way I want.
Of course you do. But didn't you ask Ren for advice? Because you wanted to fix things?
Even so, I can't just sit here and take this.
Please, calm down, Izumi. They took time out of their busy schedules to help us.
Izumi, if you really want advice, You should be open to listening.
Ugh, shut up!
I see how it is. You and Mr. Ayano were the ones who asked me to evaluate this place. You seemed desperate, so I genuinely thought you wanted to make things better. That's why I agreed to help. But if you're not willing to listen, then I have no reason to give you any advice. In the end, you just didn't have the same conviction as Nagisa and Keiichi.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
I have nothing more to say. Goodbye.
And with that, Izumi refused to listen to Ren's advice, and we left the restaurant. Afterwards, Restaurant Doki Doki struggled with ongoing financial losses. With worsening reviews and dwindling customers, they were ultimately forced to close.
My dream? How did it come to this?
If I'd known this would happen, I never would have left Days. Meanwhile, I continue honing my cooking skills, working alongside Nagisa and Ren. Izumi, if only you hadn't forced a high-end approach.
She didn't even listen to Ren's advice, so it's no surprise.
You two, on the other hand, actually take feedback seriously. Makes it worth giving advice. By the way, don't you guys think it's about time for some progress between you two?
Huh?
Wait, what? Thanks for watching till the end!
And don't forget to subscribe.
I got an offer from Doki Doki Corp, one of the biggest names in the food industry. Need some advice?
You should join our company. Wait, I want you to join my company too.
I wonder how everyone's doing. My name is Keiichi Sato. I'm currently job hunting, and today I came to this reunion to take a break.
Keiichi.
Oh, Keiichi. Yuto. Hey man, you sure it's okay for you to be here at the reunion? You know Serina's already married, right? Oh, you didn't know? Man, that must hurt. He's still stuck in that high school mindset. Maybe I shouldn't have come. Oh yeah, I heard you're still job hunting. Yeah, that's right. I've got interviews lined up at 2 major companies next week. I already got a job offer from Doki Doki Corp, one of the biggest names in the food industry. Need some advice? I'll give you a deal. Just $50. I mean, even the VP's got his eye on me. You got any certifications? I've passed the OSSDB Gold exam. Huh? What the heck is that?
OSSDB Gold. No way. You should join our company. Wait, I want you to join my company too.
Huh? What's up with you two?
Don't you get it? Do you have any idea how valuable his certification is? And you call yourself a future Doki Doki Corp employee?
Hey, come on. How would I know? I'm in the PR and planning department. Yui, do you get this?
Of course! I get it too.
Nagisa, are you getting this too?
Many people who pass the OSSDB Gold exam specialize in system development that utilizes data effectively. For example, if he were to join the team at Waku Waku Foods, he wouldn't simply examine the age, gender, and jobs of the customers who buy our products. He'd also look into which products do well at different times of the day, on various days of the week, and how the weather affects sales. On top of that, he'd improve how inventory is managed, streamline ordering, and boost overall efficiency in operations.
Hold on. Is that certification really that impressive?
We in the sales department don't just go around blindly pitching. We rely on the data's team support to make our sales more effective. Exactly! Thanks to that, we rarely get turned down. And most importantly, our sales are consistently strong. But no one in our data team has passed the OSSDB Gold exam. That makes me curious about how skilled you really are.
Thanks, you two, but I only just passed the exam. I don't have any real-world experience yet.
Seriously? You don't even know how valuable this certification is. That's not a great sign, Yuto. I'm shocked that someone who scored a job at the fancy Doki Doki Core doesn't know that. Keiichi, don't you think you could get a job offer from Doki Doki Core too?
Well, actually, they already sent me a rejection notice. Oh, so that's how it is. Then I guess you're not that.
So that just means Doki Doki Core already has enough certified engineers? I've heard that having too many can actually cause problems. Systems get too complex, and it just ends up confusing the workplace. All right, that's it. We need to bring you on board, Keiichi. Have you received any offers so far?
No, not yet.
Then come to Waku Waku Foods. No, come to Days Corp instead.
Why are you all so desperate?
At our company, we have engineers with the same certification, and others with even more advanced qualifications. I really think it'd be an amazing learning environment for you.
I see. That does sound really great. But would they even hire someone like me?
Of course. Worst case, I'll personally convince HR.
Wow, Nagisa. You really care about Keiichi that much.
All right, Nagisa. If you're really set on this, I guess I'll take a step back. You sure? Yeah, for your sake, I'll let you have this one. You want to make up for your past regrets from high school, right? Hey, this is completely different from that.
Regrets?
You have to take the interview. Days Core isn't as big as Doki Doki, but our growth rate is way higher.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Nagisa. This feels kinda weird. Well, whatever. My company is bigger, and the VP's got my back. In a year, they will wake up and see the truth. And so, thanks to Nagisa's recommendation, I took the interview at Days Corp and successfully received an offer. 6 months later. Meanwhile, Yuto, who joined Doki Doki Corp.
I don't think we can approve this project as it is, Yuto.
Really? Noah?
Yeah, you do understand that our company doesn't just operate independent stores, but also expands into hotels, right?
Of course, absolutely.
Your idea feels a bit cheap, or rather, too focused on the average consumer. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it doesn't really have that Doki Doki Core feel, you know? I think you should take a proper look at the customer surveys.
The surveys? Oh, right. There were hundreds of them.
Yeah, everyone here goes through them carefully, one by one. You should start there too, Yuto.
Got it. Huh. This was totally out of date. Wait, if Keiichi's around, is he going to deal with this?
Oh, right. Next month, there's going to be a joint party with multiple rival companies.
Meanwhile, at Days Corp, where I had started working,
Wow, there's so much data here.
I worked hard while learning from my colleagues.
It was already impressive before, but now it feels like...
Keiichi not only has a strong technical background, but he also understands business perspectives. Thanks to that, he's been able to provide even more useful data for the sales team.
I see. That's really incredible, Keiichi.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that.
Oh, right. Next month, there's going to be a big joint party with multiple companies. It's a great opportunity to land some new deals. Would you be willing to support me as part of the data team?
It'd be a great experience for you. Go for it. If it's okay for you guys, I'd love to. Oh, but next month, that's the rainy season, right? I better not forget my umbrella.
Speaking of umbrellas, I never returned yours, did I?
Wait, which umbrella are you talking about?
The one I borrowed from you in our second year of high school? I was going to return it on the day of the class shuffle, but that day...
Oh, right. That was the day I got dumped by Serena, and ended up being branded as the guy who never got over it.
I always thought you were still hung up on her. But if I'd known you weren't, then maybe...
What do you mean?
Sorry. I'm getting a call from a client. I'm counting on you next month.
And 1 month later... Ah.
Oh my!
Yo, Keiichi, you're here too? Did you come to see Mr. Komaki?
Yuto, you should be using polite language. Oh no, we were actually classmates in high school. Oh, wait, really?
It's been a while, Nagisa.
It's been a while, Mr. Komaki. Actually, we also have something we'd like to present to Suga Suga Hotel.
Oh, we're always happy to hear from any company about that. Well, I already gave them an amazing presentation.
This isn't about winning or losing. We'd like to propose opening a branch in the 3rd Suga Suga Hotel.
The 3rd? That's the same location we just pitched to.
Here's our proposal. This document includes a data-driven projection of the hotel's customer demographics and what kind of menu would be most suitable for them.
Huh, we've done that too. See? Your data team's nothing special.
Are you sure you've really done it properly? Our data categorizes hotel guests into affluent clients, business travelers, tourists, and even short-term versus long-term stays. Based on that, we curated a diverse range of menu options.
There's no way preferences can vary that much.
Oh, but they do. Take business travelers, for instance. They might host meetings with clients at the hotel, so we've ensured the menu pairs well with premium wines. Not only that, we've also analyzed the location of the 3rd Suga Suga Hotel and the surrounding restaurants to determine the most common type of guests. Based on that data, we've outlined the necessary quantity of dishes, types of ingredients, and even the estimated budget and scale required for Day's Core restaurant launch.
That's incredible.
Of course, this is based on projected data, but if we finalize a contract, the more information you provide us, the more detailed and refined our analysis will be.
To be honest, I'd heard the rumors, but I didn't realize Days Corp's data team was this good. Doki Doki Corp's presentation wasn't bad, but it mostly relied on the instincts of the sales and planning departments. Personally, I prefer proposals backed by solid data. That's why I find Days Corp's approach incredibly compelling.
I'm glad to hear that. Keiichi, I always believed you'd nail it. Oh, just so you know, the one who took care of most of the data for the proposal is Keiichi Sato, who's right here beside me. He's new, but he's already a vital part of our team.
Keiichi Sato, huh? I'll remember both your name and face. Looks like we'll be working together for a long time. Nagisa, Mr. Komaki, thank you so much. Maybe Doki Doki Corp should consider hiring more employees with data expertise like him.
We are actively looking, but other companies keep snatching them up first. We've even encouraged our employees to refer any qualified candidates they know, but... Oh my! That's odd. Yuto, weren't you already aware that Keiichi has an OSSDB certification? And not only that, but you didn't even seem to recognize the value of that qualification. Yui, you were here too? Yep. Oh wait, Yuto, is that true?
Well...
Yuto didn't even understand the importance of the certification. And yet he was bragging about getting an offer from Doki Doki Core at the reunion. Wait, you did that? Our company needs a strong data team more than anything.
But Keiichi said he got a rejection notice from Doki Doki Corp. That made me think he wasn't someone we needed.
Really? Is that true? Why did he get rejected? Now that I think about it, at the time of the first interview stage, we had multiple certified applicants, so we didn't prioritize Keiichi. But after sending out offers, a bunch of them suddenly declined.
Well, I didn't know that. That's not my fault.
Maybe at the reunion it wasn't your responsibility. But just now, when we approached Mr. Komaki to give our presentation, you laughed and said, "Ha! Data teams aren't that impressive." Even though your own company recognizes the value of data teams and is actively recruiting for one. You never bothered to learn anything since the reunion, and you treated Keiichi like a joke. Those are the facts. I understand the situation now. Teased Core, I sincerely apologize for my staff's disrespectful remark towards your data team. And Yuto, this just proves how little consideration you have, not only for other departments, but for other people as well.
I'm sorry. I got carried away. It was just a joke.
This is not something that can just be brushed off as a joke. Once we return to the office, we'll have a serious discussion. You'd better be prepared.
Wait, no. And so, we continued our presentation to Mr. Komaki, and successfully secured the project. Meanwhile, Yuto underwent strict guidance. Worried that his evaluation would plummet at this rate, he started reaching out to every former classmate and acquaintance he could. 6 months later.
Yuto, it's no surprise that with someone as talented as you leading the way, your team is absolutely crushing it.
I appreciate it.
Noah, you should learn to trust Yuto a little more.
Yes, sir.
Our job is to develop systems and compile the extracted data. But Yuto keeps asking us for highly business-oriented data, like predictions on which products will sell well based on the data.
Isn't it still too early for that kind of analysis?
Then I understand. As the data team compiles reports, you should also take the opportunity to learn about our product strengths.
Awesome directives, Yuto. You never fail to impress me as my junior.
But that's not something that falls under the data team's responsibilities.
Yuto channeled his secret intentions into energy, and really threw himself into his job.
What exactly is going on here?
What do you mean, what's going on?
We've had multiple meetings about this collaboration product between Doki Doki Core and our company. But what we're looking at is completely different from everything we discussed.
Yes. Based on the calculations derived from our data, we realized the original plan wouldn't sell. So, we revised the proposal ourselves. What is this?
I warned him multiple times, but he refused to listen. No, you're still way too soft on your juniors. Though I suppose that's one of your better qualities.
What do you mean by that?
This product isn't meant to be an all-out blockbuster.
And by that, you mean?
The plan was to release this as a first edition, then gradually improve it through updates. With the proposal you've submitted, Yuto, there's no room for further refinement. To put it bluntly, it's just another safe, generic, and uninspired product with predictable sales.
What? But everything was derived from the data. We analyzed the target customers, factored in store trends, and...
Isn't that just copying Keiichi's approach?
That's...
Take a look at this. This is an old project proposal that Days Corp provided us. If you review it carefully, you'll see that it doesn't just rely on data. It also incorporates ideas from previous discussions.
But I didn't completely ignore everything.
Since Keiichi joined Days Core, our reports have included projections for future growth risk assessments and areas with potential for expansion. But Yuto, your reports are just filled with your own thoughts and data, without any real depth.
No, that's not true. The true purpose of data-driven product development is to use data to validate ideas that have been carefully discussed and refined through multiple planning meetings. Yuto, your proposal shows no sign of considering various ideas before reaching a conclusion. In the end, you've only used data as a way to justify your own ideas, instead of testing different possibilities. Ugh.
Data isn't supposed to give you the answer. It's just a tool to support decision-making. It seems you've misunderstood that fundamental point.
Then I'll hire more engineers and create a flawless report that incorporates multiple perspectives and is business-oriented. Before increasing the number of engineers, shouldn't you first increase the variety of ideas and perspectives being considered? Are you really okay with this, Noah?
I I've given up, honestly. The higher-ups seem to really trust Yuto. They're basically letting him do whatever he wants. You must have a lot on your plate, too. Yeah, I do.
And so, Yuto proceeded to expand the engineering team. But... how's it looking? Have we gathered good data? Well, actually, the engineers are fighting with each other. Huh? They can't agree on which information to prioritize, and the conflict just won't settle down. Because of that, we are also experiencing system errors. Got it. I'll talk to them and sort out the conflict. Just focus on fixing the errors. We can't. What? At this point, the errors are too complex for anyone here to fix. No way. Then call the contractor. But the repair process dragged on, leading to massive financial losses. On top of that, the cost of repairs skyrocketed, and sensitive data was leaked. Ironically, during the time when the system was down, both the planning meetings and sales operations ran more smoothly than ever without it.
Yuto, this time, I really can't cover for you. No way. You took full control of this project and ignored all the warnings, didn't you?
Ugh. Excuse me, the system repairs are complete.
Appreciate your hard work. I apologize for having to let a competing company take care of this. Fixing such a complex error was probably impossible for anyone except Keiichi's team. Helping each other out in tough times, that's just how it is.
Yuto, before trusting data, maybe start by trusting people first.
Alright, let's go, Keiichi. Want to grab some pasta on the way home?
Sounds good. After that, Yuto was forced to personally cover certain expenses that weren't covered under company policy. He was also fired. Since then, he's been stuck in grueling labor just to pay off his debts. Meanwhile...
Hey, Keiichi. I'm returning this to you.
this umbrella...
I was planning to return it that day and share my real feelings about you.
Nagisa...
Keiichi, will you go out with me?
I'd love to. Thanks for watching until the end.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.